What's up, guys? My name is Pete, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Phipps Tips. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at the overall market. We're going to check out its top performers. We'll have a look at today's biggest winners and its biggest losers. We're going to have a look at a couple of news articles I found today. The SEC creates a fake ICO website to help out newly would-be investors, and Warren Buffett touting ignorance yet again. We're going to wrap it all up with a little bit of technical analysis on the juggernaut that is Bitcoin. So stay right there, guys. We'll be right back. Here we are, guys, on coinmarketcap.com. The market cap currently sitting at $373.9 billion with a 24-hour trading volume of $18 billion and Bitcoin dominance coming in at 37.4%. Of our top five, Bitcoin down 1.5%, Ethereum down 1.88%, Ripple down 1.87%, Bitcoin Cash down 3.88%, and EOS up almost 2%. Our movers and shakers versus Bitcoin today, guys, we have Huobi token taking the number one spot with 21% up on Bitcoin on the day. Syscoin up 17.79%, Funfair up 17.34%, Augur up 13%, and Digix DAO up 9.79% against Bitcoin. Our gainers and losers of the day, we are Satoshi up 368.35%, ApeCoin up 100%, IndieCoin up 93.7%, Global Cryptocurrency up 72.79%, and Biotron up 71.2%. If you guys are in any of those coins, congratulations. Our biggest losers of the day, Nullex down 47.27%, APR Coin down 39.6%, Blitzcash down 38%, Commerce Block down 30.72%, and Internet of People down 26.28% on the day, guys. On the day. We're going to move into our news articles now. Stay right there. In our first news article of the day, SEC creates fake ICO websites to educate investors. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, otherwise known as the SEC, has launched a spoof initial coin offering website dubbed Howie Coins in a bid to educate and warn investors of the dangers posed by the ICO Wild West. The SEC is currently pursuing a dozen companies for allegedly conducting ICO exit scams. However, the U.S. agency is not content with dealing with fraudulent ICOs after the fact, and instead hopes to educate investors to prevent such scams from being successful in the first place. Howie Coins bears all the hallmarks of language and graphics used to entice investors to part with their hard-earned cash, including a large countdown timer, promises to partner with established companies in other industries, promises to register with the SEC itself, and, of course, high returns on original investments. The website also combines the blockchain and travel to offer ICO participants massive discounts on travel expenses. The fake company claims to capture the magic of coin trading profits and the excitement and guaranteed returns of the travel industry. In a white paper downloadable through the website, more indicators of a potential scam are present. Potential investors are lured with a pledge of holiday discounts and cost savings of 30 to 40% based on projected Howie Coin future values, as well as a mild warning that these savings will likely decrease after the ICO. Images of an expensive lifestyle and luxury, a white paper which shows convoluted research of some kind, a countdown clock, a bonus percentage for participating, and baseless promises of riches to come. This is a recipe that many fraudulent ICOs use. and Howie Coins mimics them well. However, anyone that clicks the Buy Coins Now link is instead diverted to an investor education page with advice from the U.S. agency. And the SEC went as far as creating fake Twitter accounts for each of the celebrities that endorsed the Howie coin. All in all, it's a pretty good fake. If it were real, the page would have likely convinced at least a few unwitting investors to sink their money into Howie coin. What do you think, guys? Do you think the SEC is onto something here? Honestly, I think this is brilliant. There's too many ICOs out there now that, they just want to take your money and run. They don't give a care about what sort of project that they're creating. They're not creating a project at all. The only thing that they're doing is trying to scam you out of your hard-earned money, guys. And I think things like this, I don't know if I would have gone through all the trouble of making a fake ICO website and whatnot, but, the SEC is trying to, educate investors like you and I before, we dive headlong into ICOs and things like this. But one thing that does have me questioning things is, the U.S., we're not allowed to participate in ICOs. So I find this kind of weird that the SEC, being a U.S. legal body, has created an ICO or a fake ICO website. Just a little weird to me is all. But I'm glad that they did it. I'm glad that they're trying to educate the masses before, crypto really becomes a huge deal. And, billions upon billions upon billions of dollars get sank into this market. And potentially into fake coins and fake projects. So, good on the SEC for this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think the SEC is onto something here? Or do you think it's just another way to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt? Let me know down there in the comment section what you think, guys. And we're going to move on to our next news segment. Warren Buffett running his jaw like he knows what he's talking about. Stay tuned. Guys, our second news article of the day, Warren Buffett is wrong about Bitcoin. Go figure. Legendary investor and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, has been a long-time bear on Bitcoin, using strong messages to tell investors that they will lose a great deal of money by sticking with the digital currency. For example, last Saturday, when he was interviewed on CNBC, he used the term poison squared to describe Bitcoin. That was certainly enough to stall the digital currency's recent rally towards the 10K mark and sent it in the opposite direction, hurtling back towards $9,000. And guys, it's done nothing but plummet since, currently trading at $8,185 as of this video. Other major cryptocurrencies have also followed suit. And as I've stated before, guys, Bitcoin trends this entire market. If Bitcoin goes up, other coins will go up. If Bitcoin goes down, you can bet the rest of the market will follow. While it's hard for everyone to debate Mr. Buffett, some crypto experts think that he's wrong on his assessment of Bitcoin. Darren Marble, CEO of CrowdFundX, is one of them. Although Warren Buffett has made the right call on many investments, he is dead wrong about Bitcoin because he is totally clueless to the technology, says Marble. How could someone who doesn't use email possibly appreciate Bitcoin? They can't. And guys, that is the absolute truth. You cannot know what is going to be worthwhile if you don't know what it is that you're talking about. Marble points to the strong performance of Bitcoin vis-a-vis Berkshire Hathaway over the last 3 years. For the record, if you had invested in Berkshire Hathaway 3 years ago, you'd be sitting on a 30% profit, which is great. But had you invested in Bitcoin 3 years ago, you'd have done 100 times better. literally. As he makes a stark prediction, years from now, when the dust settles, Warren Buffett's miss on Bitcoin will be the biggest miss of his career. And it'll make his misses on Amazon and Google look forgivable. That is quite the prediction, guys. Quite the prediction. Daniel Rice, Chief Technology Officer of SageWise, is another crypto expert that takes issues with Mr. Buffett's statement. We disagree with Warren Buffett that Bitcoin is a zero-sum game, says Rice. While it's true that Bitcoin acts differently from more traditional investments, this is not a negative in our view. Too often, traditional investors forget Bitcoin is actually a technology infrastructure. Daniel Worsley, COO of Local CoinSwap, agrees. Bitcoin has fueled huge amounts of innovation over the last few years. Its revolutionary blockchain technologies have shown that there are alternatives to many industries and assets. Money, insurance, contracts, computing power, and even voting are now far more efficient, all thanks to Bitcoin and the blockchain. Warren Buffett has in the past been quoted that you should invest in what you know. That is one piece of advice, guys, that we should all definitely follow. And he is exactly right, guys. He is exactly right. There is one rule above all other rules when it comes to investing. Do your own research. Do not take my word for it. Do not take any just random Joe on YouTube's word for it, or some random guy on Twitter telling you, invest in this ICO. It's the next best thing since sliced bread. Don't listen to him, guys. Do your own research. Trust your gut. That is where, when investing in a market like this, you have to, know what you're putting your money into. You can't just be throwing it into random coin and expecting, the market to take care of you, because it's not going to do that, guys. This market will just literally consume every dime that you give it if you allow it. You've got to know what you're investing in. And there is actually one other quote from Warren Buffett that I would like to end this news segment on. That he says, let me think about exactly how he stated it. If you cannot find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So guys, that's just something to think about. We're going to move on to our technical analysis. Sit right there. And here we are, guys, on the Bitcoin versus US dollar day scale using the Bitfinex exchange information on TradingView.com. And as you can see, we're still in the red, guys. Still just trending down. We'll put up our trend lines again just as a reminder. We're going to go like so. That's actually off a little bit. So what I'm going to do is drag this end like that. There we go. And we're going to put our next trend line underneath it so we're back in our channel like we had drawn yesterday. Like so. In fact, we're going to line these up just like that. So there we go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, guys, so we can see what's going on. Get that auto back on. There we go. There we go. Our downward channel on Bitcoin. And as you can see, guys, we planted another red flag today. It looked like it wanted to break through the top of the trend, but it didn't. And we're currently sitting at around $8,100 for Bitcoin. Is this a line of resistance? Let's find out. We have a bit of price action over here in 2017. Here in early February. We have it here in March. beginning of March, end of March, mid-April, and here we are again in May. So we're going to just draw a trend line there through there like so. And like I said, guys, I don't like using a line, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete this entire line. And I'm going to draw a box, because there is no, it's hard to predict what the exact price will be for the support. So we just pretty much give it an area of support. Right around in this area. This is acting as support for Bitcoin. And as I've stated before, if we break down through this bit of support here, guys, on the way back up, this support will act as resistance again. Like things that we don't want to see. There we go. That's a little bit better of a view. As we can see, I'm going to pull this down just a touch so we can make it out a little bit better. There, that's perfect. So, we've got a bit of play before and if we do break down through here, guys, we will retest the 7,000, 6,500 range. I want to draw another box just to give you guys an idea where I'm talking about here. Right through here. We'll retest this whole area. Oh, darn it. Let's fix that. There we go. We'll retest this whole area right here. That's where we're probably headed, in my opinion, guys. I'm hoping that this is just a minor ABC correction and that we continue up from here. Like once, hopefully, we bounce off of this bit of support and go skyward. That would be like our best scenario, our absolute best scenario. Our worst scenario would be as if we crash through here. Let me grab a drawing tool. If we just blow through this bit of support, blow through this bit of support, and then we head down this way towards the 5K, 6K range. As you can see, guys, we're not far from it. I mean, not far at all. So, it's just something to think about. But before, we get all doom and gloom, we do have other support that, hopefully that we can rely on. Let's check out a couple of indicators to see, what we got going on. We're going to first look at our RSI, and that's the relative strength indicator. And as I've talked about before, guys, the RSI, it's basically just an oscillator. And what that means is it just goes up and down depending on whether Bitcoin is overbought or oversold. And currently we're sitting around the level 40, which is generally a good buying area. 40, 30, and on down into the 20s, down in this way. But we can see that we're kind of trending down on the RSI as well. Let me grab our trend line. And we'll start here and boom, like so. You can see we're in a downward trend on the RSI as well. So there is room still to dip. That's what I'm saying, guys. But if we do dip, we don't have far to dip, is what I'm saying. If we get down into the 30s and into the 20s, that is where we are way oversold. And we'll need to, go on a buy spree, and that's where we get our green bull candles. That is not the way it was happening back here, like in 2017. You see how we were so overbought, and we needed the big sell correction. And that's exactly what we had here in December, the big sell. So far, since then, guys, we have not, at least on the day scale, we have not reached the oversold or the overbought since December. So, that's just something to keep in mind, guys. We almost peaked right here on the 24th of April, but then we came back down, and we've been trending down since. So, it's just something to keep an eye on, guys. I personally feel like we're going to continue to go down, but that's just my opinion. Again, guys, I am not a financial advisor. This should not be taken as financial advice ever, because I'm just learning this stuff, and I'm hoping to educate you guys with the things that I am learning as well. So with that kept in mind, let's look at something here, guys. I want to grab our drawing tool, and if we start here at the top of this where we started to dip back on the 5th of March, and we draw this sort of diagram, look, guys, a bowl shape or a cup, and then we've got a little bit of a handle started. So maybe we'll see that upward shot. I don't know. But we can also see that same, well, I drew it out yesterday. We're going to remove all of these drawing tools and indicators now. Or actually, we'll just remove our drawing tools. There we go. And I want to take the same, but instead of the regular cup and handle, it looks like that we're almost building an inverted cup and handle here. So, which one of these are actually valid? That is the question, guys. I'm not really sure. I don't have enough technical experience to give you that proper answer. When I do have that answer, I will be sure to let everybody in the YouTube channel know. Until then, guys, let's, not take what I'm saying as financial advice. Okay? Okay. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the video today. If you're still with me after all this time, hit that subscribe button, as I try to post a video every single day, Monday through Friday. And if you learned anything, hit that like button, share it with a friend. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.